During the bye week, long snapper Ross Matiscik proposed to his partner. Apparently, he threw the ring backwards at her from 20 yards away. The accuracy, unreal. Let's see what happened when I caught up with him during the player tour this summer. Ross, good to see you as always. Your love of football, can you talk us through from the beginning where that came from? Because you've still got it to this day in full force.
It's been a journey for sure, and it's crazy where it takes you. Like we're in Manchester right now, and we're talking about football, which I never thought in a million years that would ever happen. And but yeah, so it started off at a very young age. Born in Youngstown, Ohio, which is at one point they had the most players in the NFL.
Really?
It's something in the water up there. I don't know what it is, but my dad played college football. He ingrained it in us. My dad's biggest thing was he didn't want us to have to leave to get a job. If we wanted to leave to get a job, that's fine. But you don't want to be forced. There's no jobs in our hometown. If you want a job, you got to leave, right? So he moved to Dallas, where the economy was booming. It was a great place to live. Weather was great. McKinney, Texas, which is just a little north of Dallas, became home. And I joined a Little League football team where I played on Michael Irvin's son's team. So at a young age, one of the best receivers ever to play would be standing at practice with us. So it was really unique. We were the Cowboys. We wore the star on our helmets. It was really cool.
So your dad loved it, I bet.
Yeah, my dad was like, this is
me
where
and Michael.
Yeah.
Good friends. Yeah.
So we were down there and just kind of fell in love with the game at a young age. Back in the day, I played running back and then to linebacker, and then in high school I was quarterback for a little bit, but ended up loved tackling people. I loved the tenacious attitude you can have and how aggressive you can be on defense. I just kind of fell in love with it. It was kind of somewhere where you can go tackle somebody, you can go beat up on somebody and not get in trouble, right? You can hit somebody as hard as you want and no one can press charges.
Get praised for it.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's you're good, you're tough. And I just kind of loved it, fell in love with it. I was a good high school player. I wasn't great. Don't get it twisted. The person that we, in our conference, our district, was Kyler Murray. I played against Kyler Murray throughout high school 3-4 times. And he ran all over us. He did what he was doing now to those guys to us in high school.
So when does your name start kind of bubbling around and there's this Ross kid, he can play, and is there a Baylor scout that comes down?
Yeah, so I met with a lot of scouts going into my junior season. Met with some, nothing really came of it. Before my senior season, I received my first scholarship to one AA school in Texas. And then after that, after you get the first one, they all start kind of rolling in. And
what was that first one like, and your mom and dad's reaction to that?
Oh, they were excited. Really? I just remember calling my mom and dad and being like, we were at dinner one night, and I was like, hey, just want to let you guys know that whatever happens, you guys aren't going to have to pay for my college. I have an opportunity to go play, and they were like, wow, that's pretty cool. That was a good feeling. They just promise me when you get down there, you're going to work harder than everyone else in the room. You're going to put your best foot forward, and you're not going to quit. And I was like, all right, no, I'll do that. I'm not going to quit. I'm going to work harder than everyone else on the team. And my roommate was an All-American in high school, and he was a punter, and he was a really good punter. And he had a great freshman year, and I was redshirt. I didn't play at all, and I thought about transferring. I was like, I'm not getting my shot here. I'm not going to play here. Maybe this isn't the right fit for me. And our long snapper his name was Jimmy Landis, and he had got drafted after my redshirt year by the Detroit Lions in the 6th round. He got drafted, and he went and played for them, and I was like, this guy got drafted to throw a ball between his legs. That blew my mind. But it was the perfect storm where he was leaving. We didn't have a new guy. There was a spot that needed to be filled, and my head coach was like, hey, if you start in the fall, we'll give you a full ride scholarship. And I was like, and Baylor's not cheap. Baylor's a private school. It's expensive a year. So I was like, wow, this is kind of my opportunity to play and get my school paid for. So I would work with my roommate, who was the punter. We'd go out to the field, we'd practice, and come the fall, I won the starting job, and I was a long snapper. And like Coach said, they gave me the scholarship, which was pretty cool. So I just put all my eggs in one basket with long snapping, and I was preparing to to go become a long snapper in the NFL and put my best foot forward, and that's when COVID happened. So there was no pro day for me. There was no there was a combine, but I didn't get invited to the combine. I was overlooked. So I just was sitting there on draft day. I had no idea what was going to happen. And after the draft, didn't get drafted, and the Jaguars called me like, "Hey, we'll give you a fair shot to come out to Jacksonville, compete for the job. Best man's going to get the job. Are you in?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Let's go to Jacksonville." So I was like, "Hey, Mom, Dad, going to Jacksonville." But I just kind of told myself like, "Hey, I don't know what's going to happen when I get to Jacksonville, but all I know is that the only reason why I don't make this team is I'm not good enough." And at the end of the day, if that's the truth, then I can live with that. But I wasn't going to let anything else deter me from my goal and my dream.
Would that kid in Dallas, could he have predicted that he'd then go on to be an All-Pro?
Oh, no, never.
Really?
No. I went to Baylor just hoping I could be on kickoff and travel to some away games. No, I mean, it's been an absolute dream. I mean, after my second season, my agent calls me, and I don't know what he's calling me for. And, "Hey, what's going on?" He said, "Hey, just got a call from the Jags. They want to give you a 5-year extension." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, I'd do it for free." I mean, don't tell them that, but I mean, I'd do it for free. I always kid that if I wasn't a pro football player, I'd be an equipment manager in the locker room. Because I just love being in the locker room. I love being around the guys. They're just cool guys, and it's just a dream for me. Like I'm the kid that would grow up on YouTube and type in Ohio State equipment room, Ohio State locker room, Ohio State weight room, Dallas Cowboys weight room. Just like I want to know what it's like to be inside that locker room. And now I'm inside that locker room. And then this past season, getting to go to the Pro Bowl and being all pro is just, it's honestly speechless. Like I was in that locker room before the Pro Bowl, and then you have Tyreek Hill, Tua, Derrick Henry. Like, what? Like it was so surreal. Justin Tucker, like it's just like I can't explain how it happened. I just know a lot of hard work and dedication, and a lot of love and support from my family and friends. But I'm blessed for sure. It's a great journey. Yeah.
What a fascinating story. So cool. Yeah. So cool. Thank you, Ross.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much for watching. If you like this, please subscribe and take a look at all the other videos on our YouTube channel.